Hello everyone, welcome to Commerce Piece. In my last video, I have already started the second chapter of Class 11 Business Studies subject, that is forms of business organization. Let's see the different forms of business organization first. The first is the sole proprietorship business. The second is the joint Hindu family business. The third is the partnership. The fourth is the cooperative society, and the fifth is the joint stock company. In my last video, I have already explained you the meaning of business organization, and we have discussed in detail about the sole proprietorship business. If you have not watched my video on sole proprietorship business, then you can find the link in the description box. In today's video, we will discuss in detail about the joint Hindu family business. Let's now see in detail what is a joint Hindu family business. Joint Hindu family business is a unique form of business organization found only in India. So this type of business organization you can find only in India. You cannot find this type of organization in any part of the world. So it is a unique form of business organization that exists only in India. The next point is it is one of the oldest form of business organization in the country. So not only the sole proprietorship is one of the oldest form of business organization, but also the joint Hindu family business is the oldest form of business organization that exists in India. The next point is it is a form of organization wherein the business is owned and carried on by the members of Hindu undivided family members. So this type of business organization is owned and it is controlled by the Hindu undivided family members. The next point is it is governed by the Hindu law. So the joint Hindu family business is governed by the Hindu law. The next point is the basis of membership in the business is birth in a particular family, and 3 successive generations can be members in the business. So you can get the membership in the joint Hindu family business only by birth. The other members cannot be the members of this type of business organization, and the 3 successive generations can be members in this type of business. The next point is the business is controlled by the head of the family, who is the eldest member and is called the Karta. So the eldest member or the head of the family is the controller of the business of the joint Hindu family business, and that person is called as a Karta. The other members are called co-partners. So in a joint Hindu family business organization, the head of the family will control the business, and the other person are called as the co-partners, and the eldest member, who is the controller of the business, is called as a Karta. The last point is all members have equal rights over the property. So as the Karta is the eldest member and is the controller of the business, he will not have the rights over the property, but all the members of the family, they will have the equal rights over the property of the business. Let's now discuss the features of joint Hindu family business. In that, the first feature is formation. In joint Hindu family business, there must be at least 2 members in the family having some ancestral property. So the formation of the joint Hindu family business is possible only when there are 2 members in the family and they should have some ancestral property to form the joint Hindu family business. The business does not require any agreement as membership is by birth. So this type of business organization does not require any agreement between the parties because they will get the membership by birth in the Hindu undivided family. It is governed by the Hindu Succession Act 1956. So the joint Hindu family business is governed by the Hindu Succession Act 1956. The next feature is governed by Hindu law. The joint Hindu family business is jointly owned business. As all the members of the family, they will have the equal rights on the property of the business. So it is a jointly owned business. The management and control of the business is done according to the Hindu Succession Act 1956. So here the management and control is done according to the Hindu Succession Act 1956. So this is related to the governed by Hindu law. The next feature is the liability. The liability of Karta is unlimited. So here the liability of Karta is unlimited means if the business liabilities are not met by the assets of the business, then the personal property of the Karta will be utilized for clearing of the business liability. So that is called as the unlimited liability. So here the Karta will have the unlimited liability towards the joint Hindu family business. The other members have limited liability to the extent of property. So the other members that are the co-partners, they will have the limited liability towards the joint Hindu family business, because here limited liability means they are liable only to the capital that they have invested into the business. So that is called as the limited liability. The fourth feature is the control. The control of the family business lies with the Karta. As Karta is the eldest member of the family, so all the controlling power of the business lies only with the Karta. He takes all the decisions and is authorized to manage the business. So all the decision powers are given to the Karta, and he will manage and control the business activities. His decisions are binding on other members. So whatever decisions are made by the Karta, that is binding on all the members of the family. So this is related to the feature of control. The next feature is continuity. Death of any co-partners does not affect the continuity of the business. So here, if any of the co-partner died, so it will not affect the business. The business will continue. Even on the death of the Karta, it continues to exist, as the eldest member of the co-partners take position of Karta. So even on the death of Karta, the business will continue, because his position will be taken over by the eldest co-partner. So he will become the Karta. So that is the reason it will continue even on the death of the Karta. The business can be dissolved with the mutual consent of members. So here the business can be dissolved only with the mutual consent. If all the members of the family agreed that they want to dissolve the business, then at that point they can come to a mutual consent and they can close the business. The next feature is minor members. The inclusion of an individual into the business occurs due to the birth in a Hindu undivided family. So any person who is born into the Hindu undivided family becomes the members of the joint Hindu family business. Hence minors can also be the members of the business. So here the minors can also becomes the members of the joint Hindu family business. The next feature is profit sharing. The joint Hindu family business is jointly owned by all the members. So as soon as the member is born into the family, he will become the member of the joint Hindu family business and he will own the business. So here the business is jointly owned by all the members of the Hindu undivided family. All the co-partners have equal share in the profits of the business. The Karta is the controller and the manager of the business, and his decisions is binding on all the members of the family, but all the members of the Hindu undivided family will have an equal share in the profits of the business. Let's now discuss some of the merits and demerits of the joint Hindu family business. In that, the first merit is the effective control. In joint Hindu family business, the Karta will take all the decisions related to the business. No other person can interfere in his decision making, and his decisions are binding on all the members of the family. So that will lead to effective control of the joint Hindu family business. So that is a merit for the business. The next is continued business existence. The death of the Karta will not affect the existence of the business. The next eldest member will take up the position of the Karta, and the activities of the business will not be terminated. The business will continue to exist even on the death of the Karta of the family. The next is the limited liability of members. So all the co-partners, they will have a limited liability to their share in the business, but only the Karta will have the unlimited liability. So limited liability of members, that is the co-partners. The next merit is the increased loyalty and cooperation. As the business belongs to one family, so it will lead to an increased loyalty and cooperation between the members of the family. The next merit is the quick decisions. As Karta is the only person who will take all the decisions related to the business, so it will help in the quick decision making of the business. So these are some of the benefits or the merits of the joint Hindu family business. Let's now see the demerits of the joint Hindu family business. The first is the limited resources. As the joint Hindu family business is dependent on the ancestral property, so the resources that will be left with the joint Hindu family business is limited. So that becomes a demerit for this kind of business. The next is the unlimited liability of Karta. So Karta is the only person who will have unlimited liability in the joint Hindu family business. If the liability of the business is not cleared with the business property, then the property of the karta will be used for clearing the business liabilities. So the liability of karta is unlimited, so that becomes a demerit for the business. The next is dominance of karta. So karta is given the whole power of control and management of the joint Hindu family business that may not be liked by other co-partners. So there will be a dominance of the head of the family on the joint Hindu family business. The next is the limited managerial skills. So the person who is the eldest member of the family will become the karta, that is the managing and controlling body of the business. So his skills may not be enough for controlling all the activities of the business. So the karta may have the limited managerial skills that may not be enough for handling the joint Hindu family business. So that will become a demerit for the business. The next is the no direct reward for efficiency. So in this kind of business, every person will get the equal profit, so there is no reward for efficiency. So these are some of the merits and demerits related to the joint Hindu family business. I hope you understood the topic of the joint Hindu family business. If you like the topic, please don't forget to subscribe to Commerce Bees. Thank you.